Awesome. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show today. Today's topic is school nurse scam. And I know everybody's super charged for this show today. School nurse scam, school nurse scam. That is the topic. So, don't bother teaching me how to pronounce it. But today, what we want to talk about is if school is really a scam, if school is a scam or not. Has school really helped people? And today we have amazing elites coming from various parts of Nigeria to talk about this because this phrase school nurse scam is used a lot by Nigerians, a lot by Nigerians. So if you're watching live, I want you to just type live in the comments. If you're watching live, just type live while we're warming up. And some of our guest speakers are a little bit late because of Nigeria internet guys. So we have amazing Victor here, we have amazing Peter, we have my co-panelists Innocentia, and then we have our amazing Obina also on the show. So Obina, welcome to every one of you. Now the other debaters, they are not yet here because they sent me a message that their internet is not stable at the time. Notwithstanding, we're going to push this forward. We want to make it work, right? So now let's dive right into the show. But before I do that, I would love everybody, starting from my co-panelists, to introduce yourself and what you love to do and why you're even interested in this show today. So I'll shoot to my co-panelists. Innocentia, are you ready? Are you good? Are you there? Okay. I pray Nigeria's internet connection today is stable, but moving forward, let's dive over to Peter. Tell us a little about yourself and why you're on this show and what you are supporting in this show today. Tell us, Peter. Yeah, we can hear you. Okay. Thank you, Peter. God bless you. Thank you. So over to you, Victor. Are you against the fact that school is scam, or that school is not a scam? Over to you, Victor. Tell us a little about yourself, and then move right into the point. Mm, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So please, the audience, if you can hear us, okay. We're getting a complaint that they can't hear us. So let's figure out why that is on. So you can't hear us, let us know why. Okay. We're getting a complaint that they can't hear what we are saying. Okay. So while we are still on that, trying to fix that up for you guys, we know that school on its own has kind of helped people. Okay. Chidi, can you hear us now? Just help us confirm if you can hear us now. I don't know. Our audio seems not to be great now. Just confirm if you can hear us all right. Chidi? Okay, thank you. They can hear us now. Okay, moving forward. Tell us a little about yourself, Wobina, and then we dive right into the show. Yeah.
I'm a funnel strategist and technical analyst.
Awesome.
So I would love to defend that school is not scam, but I have more facts and points to give the reason why I can support those who have the opinion that school is scam.
Okay. I got a little bit confused there. So you're trying to say that you are of the opinion that school is a scam, or that school is no scam. Which, man?
Yes, I'm of the opinion that school is scam.
Oh my god. This is getting interesting, guys. I think some people just got abandoned because I thought you were of the opinion that school is not a scam. But this is interesting, and it's a battle. So we're going to do this, okay? So first, I'm still going to have you introduce yourself. Yes, Precious, I think your internet is stable right now. So tell us about yourself, and then we can dive right in, Precious. Then Gift, then my co-panelist, and then we can dive right into your points on the aspects that school affects and why we said school is a scam. So let's do that. Over to you, Precious. Tell us a little about yourself, and then let's go. I know your microphone's muted, so you might want to mute your microphone.
Yes, Precious. Okay, good evening, everybody. I believe I can be heard clearly. My name is Precious Akineke. I'm a medical student in Gregory University. I'm almost done with my preclinicals, going to clinicals very soon. And I believe that school is calm because of the topic I was given, the position I'm taking. Either ways, it can still be balanced, but school is actually scam because education is beyond the four walls of the classroom, and to restrict education to schooling is damaging, the future of we, the leaders of tomorrow. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your point. Thank you very much. So you're of the opinion that school is not, school is scam, right? Thank you for that point. Okay, let's move forward. So here, over to you, Gift. Tell us a little about yourself and what you're here to support. Gift, are you there? You're muted. Okay, let's move over to you, Innocentia. Tell us a little about yourself, and then let's dive right in.
Good evening, everyone. I am Gift Enoch.
Okay, all right.
400 level scholar. I don't speak English.
We can't hear Gift anymore. Okay, Innocentia, just take it up. Take it up from there. Let's move it. I know that our listeners really want us to dive right into this. Our listeners want us to dive right into the main point. So let's do this, guys. So tell me. Innocentia, just shoot a little about yourself, and then let's move it forward.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm Innocentia, and I'll be your co-panelist for today. I'm looking forward to this amazing debate with you all.
Thank you. Awesome. So everybody, once again, welcome to the show. Please, if you can hear us all right, just type yes in the comments. If you can't hear us all right, also let us know so that we make sure everything is fixed by the tech team. So super cool. So now I want to start with I want to start with the people that believe that school is not a scam, that school is the right thing for you to get into. So I want to start with them. So those people that said that school is awesome, school is great. I'm gonna start with you, Gift, if you can hear me all right. So tell us why you think school is not a scam, and what is your basic overall point why you said school is not a scam. And my co-panelists will also be asking a few questions as well on based on your point. So thank you. Over to you, Gift. Okay.
Hello, Gift. Are you there?
Okay.
Seems she's having network issues.
Okay. So tell us why you think school is a scam. Precious, what's your basic point? What's your foundation to the reason why you think school is a scam?
Then, nearly all schools were completely locked down, both private and public schools. It was then it dawned on me that education is beyond the four walls of the classroom, because for over 6 months, schools were not opened. Then it revealed the limitations of school. Now, saying school is scam doesn't mean that we shouldn't attend school, but school is scam is bringing out the limitations of school and the fact that we can't get all that we need from school, like all that we require to be successful in life. We can't get everything from school. And then school is scam because school is not all it takes to bring out the version in us that would impact people and change our world. Yes, I'm a medical student in a Nigerian private institution, and if all I focused on was just school, I mean, I won't be here speaking confidently today because school did not teach me public speaking. School did not teach me leadership. School did not teach me entrepreneurship. School did not even teach me to search for my purpose and find my passion. So school is scam because all school is telling me to do is precious, get a certificate, become a medical doctor, just do what we've taught you to do. And I'm like, okay, yes, I want the certificate. But what about my passion? What about my purpose? I mean, what about other skills that I need to become all I'm supposed to be? School is a scam because school is not giving us all that.
Okay, thank you. Innocentia, you got something to say about that?
Yeah.
To be what we are supposed to be. So that's my first one.
Thank you for your point. I really pray that the internet is really favorable to a lot of you guys today because it's really interesting. We thank God. So moving it forward, guys, I'm gonna take it forward real fast. So thanks for establishing your point. Even though Obina switched from believing that school is not a scam to believing that is a scam, I don't know, maybe something happened within those days and then he switched. That's so funny. I don't know why he switched.
Obina, what happened? Why did you switch?
The thing is clear. When it's down to that, I'll be speaking about why school is not a scam. The points were not coming out because my current mindset is on the opposite. So I have my reasons that flows well with what I believe. So I said no. I would like to speak against
This is hilarious, guys. This is so hilarious. Okay, now this is so much fun. So why do you believe, Obina, that school is scam? School not scam, you know,
Yes.
in the pigeon format. Why?
honestly. First of all, I want to establish this fact that when I started hearing school is scam, I was among those that word irritated. But over time, I've come to realize that the society we live in accord enormous respect to those who are financially stable and who are well-to-do.
Mm.
And one problem we have as graduates of Nigerian universities
Mm.
is that we are not taught financial intelligence.
Okay.
And this is the problem we suffer because we come into a society that is highly demanding.
Okay.
We need money to do most of the things. And a young graduate cannot afford to do most of the things that the society is demanding we should do. Now, if you look at it, you realize that even when you get a job,
Yeah.
you have that no knowledge to manage money. As
Mm.
a person, I realized that getting money is not a problem. Most of
Okay.
the time, growing it is still big work. And school did not prepare us to learn how to multiply money, how to manage money, how to use money in such a way that we can meet pressing needs.
Mm.
Now, if you go to the marketplace, you will see that an illiterate who is a businessman
Okay.
is vast when it comes to financial knowledge. They know how to handle money more than a graduate. So it's a very clear fact that anybody who is a graduate today, who is very good at handling finances, that person added something to his education, which he learned outside the four walls of the university. That is what I want to say as my point first.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. After the next point, I will still hand it over to Innocentia because we're still gathering your points and we're going to use your points for you, not against you, but for you. So this is so fun. So okay, I'm gonna go over to Peter. Peter, tell us a little more about why you think concretely that school is scam.
Thank you for this opportunity. First of all, we have to really understand the concept of when you talk about school as scam. And to understand that, you have to see from the point of view of wasteful, irrelevant, and time wasting. And when you can understand that, you can now get to see it and weigh it from this option. Okay, looking at in the history of Nigeria, in the time past, our parents wanted us to get that good job, go to school, because they know that when you graduate, and infrastructural facilities were in place to ensure that you could learn, you could carry out experiments, you could expand your knowledge. There were a lot of things put in place in the educational system to ensure that you learn. But the reverse has been the case for quite a while now. You are seeing decline in the quality of education. You're seeing decline in the structural facilities being presented to the schools. A lot of things has happened and has made it. And you could see that even on the parts of these lecturers and professors, they don't even have enough to research to advance all this. I'm coming from this point of view because we have to really drag the point home to see that a lot of these Nigerian youths are making money even before they get into the university, because they are seeing the norm and they are seeing what is trending, and they don't want to fall victim to what they see. So you see a lot of young ones preparing themselves, gathering skills, gathering knowledge, and practicalizing on those knowledge and skills and making big money. So now, if you tell somebody who is making 10, 15 million naira a month that he needs to go back to school to be able to earn 150, 200, and might end up spending 5-6 years because for a course that is 4 years because of strike and the rest, and being guaranteed a job when he finishes school is not there. Then you go to school, don't have the financial knowledge to actually keep that wealth. They don't teach you taxes in school. They don't teach you caution. They don't teach you how to make money and to keep money. So a lot of things has not been taught in the four walls of the school. And okay, using myself as an example, what I do for a living, I didn't learn it in school. I had to find my passion and I have to monetize it. So a lot of the things you see, school teaches you good grammar. That's how I say it. But skill, talent puts food on the table. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Okay, somebody's asking us, how do I make voice contributions? We don't have that option. The only way for you to possibly do that is for you to join the the room, the debate room. But notwithstanding, you can just type it in the comments. We'll respond to that. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. And okay, thank you for your points. Thank you so much for your point, Peter. That was striking. That was very striking. That was striking. Very. Innocentia, what do you think?
Really, I'm awed.
Okay.
Awed.
So moving over to you. Okay, I wanted to jump over to Victor because I don't know. I don't know if Marvelous and Gift is ready, because Marvelous and Gift believe that school is not scam. They were abandoned by Obina. They were supposed to be with Obina, but Obina said, "No, guys, I'm out of here. You guys go believe that school is not a scam. I believe it's scam right now. No, I've changed my mind." So Gift, I don't know if you're there. If you're there to give us your point before I jump over
Let's
to
hear what
Victor.
you have to say.
Yeah.
All right, I heard what Precious said, and it's a nice contribution from you guys. And I'll be starting off by saying that we're saying this. I'll be saying this. I'll say that if you say education is expensive and deceitful, try ignorance and illiteracy, and forever live in darkness. Precious made a main mention of school is and Precious made mention that school is just within the four walls of the classroom. But I'd like to counter that by defining what is school. It says it's an institution at which instructions are given in a particular discipline. It is not basically within a classroom area. And Peter also made mention of something. He was talking about a decline in our country's education.
Okay, we're no longer getting your points,
I
Gift.
don't know why it stands to be corrected, but it's basically the fault of the country and not school itself. This brings me to my first point. Okay, it's only in Nigeria here.
Okay,
It's only in Nigeria you hear such things that it's only in Nigeria. Can you hear me now?
okay, I think it's a bit
Yeah.
stable.
Yeah.
Just go ahead.
Okay, it's only in Nigeria you hear such things, and the saddest part of it is that this statement was coined by youth in the country that are supposed to be the leaders of tomorrow. They abhor anything that would just touch them mentally, and it's so bad. Most of those that say this phrase are those that could not proceed
Wow,
to higher
wow.
institutions. This one is not the other.
Gift, we really want to get your
I
point,
think
but
if you
we are really not getting your
assume
point.
fast and easy money, you can go.
Yeah, Gift, we're really not getting your point because of it's really breaking there. It's really breaking. Is this part of the reason Obina had a switch? I don't know. Maybe. Okay, let's see how school can fix this one too. But yeah, maybe try to switch your internet to another and give it another try. Okay, let me switch over to Marvelous. Marvelous, you want to tell us a little more about why you chose that school is not a scam? Come on, Marvelous. Marvelous, you can hear me all right? Just shoot.
Hello, Marvelous.
You guys are already giving these guys the point that school is scam. They're like, you see, they can't
Yes.
talk. Come on, guys, help, help. Let's tell them that school is not a scam or school is scam.
Marvelous. Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Okay, I think it's, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
marvelous.
we
Shoot.
can. We can.
All right. It's calm.
Wow.
Marvelous. Shoot. We can hear you.
Okay, I guess this guy is attacked. Victor told us what he's into. He's a software engineer, and the other is a content expert, and the other is a
Okay, can
funnel
you hear me now?
strategist. So I think they attacked these people. I think they did. You guys tell us the truth, Victor. What did you guys do? Oh my God, this is interesting. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, guys. So these people are already pushing for a winner by this action, and their internet is like, no, you're not gonna say that. Maybe the internet is like, school didn't teach me how to become this way, perhaps. So guys, let's keep trying. And for those of you that are dropping your comments, thank you so much. Thank you. I can see Choma is watching. I can see you guys from here. Thank you for joining us live. Thank you so much. They believe that school is scam or not. So in the comments, if you think school is scam, let us know what your reason is. Mo Choma is live with us. Chidi is live with us. Thank you for joining us live. Victor is live. Winifred is live. Choma is live. Oh, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you so much. Choma Adimike, right? I don't know if I got that right, but don't come because school didn't teach me your name. Okay, cool beans. So, but Innocentia, I think we gotta support these people that think that school is not a scam. So maybe we
Not
can
a
do
scam,
that.
yeah.
Let's fight against these people. They attacked those people that believe that school is not a scam. So we're gonna fight Victor and Obina and Precious and Peter. So we're gonna fight for
Alright.
those people because we are like, what are we gonna, like, human whatever you call it. So now let's do that. So now let's
Alright.
talk about how school affects information. Now, does school actually give you information for you to achieve something or not? And I dare to say that school can help you to gather information, right? I'm a panelist, but I'm still going to bring out points. It's not like I'm fully supporting that school is not a scam, but I want to bring out a few points.
Yeah.
So does school actually give you all the information you need for you to scale in life, or does school actually expose you to a certain part of life? So you might want to tell me, Obina, how school does that. Does school actually expose you, make you informed or not informed? So that's over to you, Obina. And I wonder why you abandoned those ladies. So over to you, Obina.
Obina? Or me?
Obina.
Okay.
Oh, is he trying to
Obina,
change
you
his
there?
mind again? Okay, I hope his internet is still stable as well. But this is so sorry, guys. So sorry for all of you watching us live. We apologize for these misdemeanor. They are very much unexpected. They are the tech things you might see sometimes, and we really deeply apologize. And we do not mean to present it to you this way. So this is a full debate, and we are so sorry that it's going this way. So please accept our apologies. Our debaters are having a little internet-ish, and I don't know why it's happening today, and why it's even happening to those that believe that school is not a scam. So we're so sorry, but notwithstanding the point, we are still trying to make it clear on the fact that school is not a scam or school is a scam. So I'm going to hand over to Peter to just establish the fact that school is not a scam in the aspect of information.
Hello?
If you don't go to school, Peter, how can you gather information?
Okay, thank you. I wouldn't say that school is a scam in this scenario. How would
Okay, I
say
hope
that?
nobody attacked Peter a little,
Is where
but
we
let's see.
build. No. School is where we build the basics, like where you build the foundation of learning. Like you learn how to write, learn how to read, learn how to draw. Like that young stage, you mold the mind on the direction of how it should be. But I still believe that a lot of personal growth has to come in to be able to succeed in the world that we live in presently. And that has to do with being open to more possibilities in the sense of research, in the sense of knowing your environment, what is obtainable, what isn't, and doing your own personal research. Like I tell people that a lot of information comes from reading. How
Mm-hmm.
to do your own research. If you don't know anything about taxes, what do? You go and read about taxes. If you don't know anything about financial development, saving, investment, what do? You go and do that. Go and read about it. I was listening to one of the big real estate CEOs. He's 80 something years old, and they asked him, "What is the key to success?" He told you, he told us that he reads a lot of books about investments, that he was working in a financial firm and he wanted to go into real estate. He bought books, saw the theory that people were talking about, tried them out, and it worked for him. You get? So I feel like even though school builds that foundation, it doesn't give you all the information you need to succeed. It just gives you the basics. A lot of personal growth comes in. A lot of personal research is what molds you to be successful. That's how I see it.
Okay, thank you, thank you. A lot of I believe maybe you're talking about Robert Kiyosaki. Is that the person you're talking about?
Yes, exactly.
Robert Kiyosaki. He's an advocate that school should not be something people focus on. Okay, okay. I think that's one of your biggest fan and inspiring you to believe that school is a scam. Okay, okay. I got you there. Okay, over to you, Victor. What do you have to say based on this information gathering? Because Peter is like, for you to gather information, all you need to do is still maybe do your research by yourself. That's what he's saying. But Victor, what are you gonna say about gathering information?
All right. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Good day, everyone. Uh, I'll come from this side. I'll come from this side of the. I will just continue from where Peter actually stopped on seeking for information that's on your own, like going for it. Let's say, let's say I have this I have this passion. I have this passion in, let's say, uh, probably finance. I want to have more information on how to grow finance, how to save, how to invest, how to, like, just you want to know the numbers, like you want to get used to numbers. I'm not talking about business yet. I'm just talking about finance. In school, yes, there are courses that's going to help you. I was supposed to start from my own motion, but since it's giving with information, I'll just continue from there. So, as a person, once you're done with the info you've gotten from school, or maybe you're not that I don't know how to put it, that bookworm, someone that you actually catch up with, like you read very well in school. Let's say you're not that kind of person. You're just this kind of person that just went through school. School did not really pass through you. At the end of the day, you still get yourself outside of school to, like, let's say you've now graduated from school. You still get yourself outside of school getting to do that personal research which you skipped while you're in school. That's those information which you were supposed to get that you're unable to get from school. You still have to go out yourself. You still have to get it. Today, we will not be talking about the library. We will not be talking. You have to travel to Europe, or you have to go to UK to meet sorry, to the US to meet some of the big names. You can stay just at your anywhere, as far as you have access to internet, and probably maybe you might even be smarter than some of them with the information which you can gather personally. So that is just what I have to say about that.
Okay.
Without without you going to school, you can still do this. But probably I'll say you go to school to just get a way to go about what I'm saying. So that's
So are you
just
trying to say that there will be a particular level that they should stop while going to school for them to actually be out of school and now be independent to gather information?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that for those that went to school, you can stay outside of school and do whatever you want. You can stay outside, and the part of school I'm just talking about higher institutions. That is tertiary institutions, the universities, the college, and all sorts.
Okay, you believe that from the nursery down to the high school is not a scam, but the university
Yeah, yeah,
is a
yeah.
scam.
Although
Okay,
today
okay.
there is a what's it called? There's home is it home study or something. Like if you don't want to take your child to the general school, you don't want your child to follow this process, you could just do that yourself. Then when he already understand what he's supposed to be doing, like he knows how to read, he knows how to write, then he can go from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Let me move this forward. I don't know if Precious is
I think
having.
Marvelous is back. Marvelous is
Okay.
back.
I think
Okay.
I think I have something to say.
Okay. Okay. Obina, shoot
I
for
have something.
shoot for it.
All right, all right. Sorry, my network had a little bit of issues. The thing here is that I believe something about. Oh, sorry, let me say. I believe that school is supposed to adjust according to the trend of our society. Okay, what do I mean? If you check, we have a lot of unemployable graduates in our society.
Yeah.
In short, I checked the statistics and I discovered that a specialist in developmental economics gave this report saying that 70% of graduates are unemployable. Meaning, you were saying something about information.
Yeah.
Most of the informations that we are exposed to in schools are outdated. They are not relevant in the society. We are not taught how to come. I know that yes, it's good that as individuals we need to study. We need to do personal study. Aside personal study, the background for you to even do that personal study, the school, most schools that we attend did not create that background. Even what we do as okay, there's this mandatory course. They say it is entrepreneurial studies. That studies in most of the schools are not carrying enough practicals that will leave students with an experience that they can now go about life and say, let them use what they did in entrepreneurship course, implement something in life, in the society that can now translate to financial gain or can help them. If you check, it's still all about getting grades. We join these classes, though they call it entrepreneurship, but it's still about getting grades. And at the end of the day, you still see that the information you got ends from the day you collected the certificate. Now, it's very important that we know that we are not prepared. They did not prepare us for our future job. You see, we've been sitting in a classroom for 5 years, 4 years, 6 years, and at the end of the day, you come out. Just like, okay, I wrote an aptitude test recently, and I received a mail that I got a very high score. and that I should, they invited me or something. Now, I made an inquiry and I discovered that even though I had a very high score, if they should take me or absorb me in their workforce, I will still need to be trained for 3 more years for me to begin to work in that organization. Now tell me, what did I do in school? Can't the school system adjust its curriculum in such a way that when we go through school, we come out and fit into the society? Organizations can now employ us and now say, okay, come in with what you've learned about management or whatever, come and work for us. It will save our time. So the information that we are exposed to in most of the schools we attend are outdated. That is my own point here. Thank you.
Wow. That's huge. That's huge. I don't know if you have something to say
Really
about
huge.
this marvelous or gift, because you guys need to save yourself. Obina abandoned you, and you can see the huge bomb. So you want to tell us something marvelous or gift?
Marvelous.
Okay, can you
Let's
hear
have to
me?
be marvelous.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yes,
Can you
we
hear
can.
me? Good
Yes.
evening, everybody. And so sorry, our network over here has been super bad. We just happened
Aw.
to, get a place with a better network now. So I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, you did it. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. I stand against the topic that school is scam. And I'll proceed like this. Last, school na scam is a popular slang from a song heard in the mouths of youths today. But guess what? Even the crooners of this song are all graduates of their various notable institutions. This shows that the importance of a school in developing a person cannot be overemphasized. Hillary Clinton said, and I quote, "My parents always stressed the importance of education, working hard in school and learning as much as possible. They also encouraged me to value myself and believe in myself and do what I thought was right for me." School is not a scam. Why do I say so? I hope you can still hear me.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can. Absolutely.
Okay. And my first point says education can never be dispensable. I know my opponents may say that some of the notable successful men in the world, like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Aliko Dangote, amongst others, are school dropouts. But do not forget that the little formal education they acquired in school were stepping stones for their current progress. Even though Mark Zuckerberg eventually did not graduate from the university, he created the social media site formerly known as the Facebook, now known as Facebook, from his Harvard dorm room with his undergraduate experience at that time. If you look at these school dropouts who are thriving in their various fields, you would see that they still need educated persons like lawyers, accountants, auditors to help direct and audit their decisions in life. These people hire majorly school graduates with adequate know-how to run various roles, carry out tasks, and occupy various positions in their industries and companies. Indeed, the effect of school on an individual can never be dispensable. You can also ask yourself, if school is a scam, why are our politicians forging certificates, moving from one certificate scandal to another just to attain political offices? In Nigeria, Section 131 of the 1999 Constitution provides the basic qualification for a candidate to run for the office of the president as school certificate level or its equivalent. But we see that currently a bill has been passed to increase the educational qualification for political offices to a minimum of bachelor's degree. This shows that no matter what you say or do, regardless of your level of expertise, knowledge, and skills, there are certain opportunities you can never and will never access without formal education. So those who decide not to go to school or those who suddenly drop out of school are actually closing doors of opportunities for themselves in the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the effect school has on an individual is indispensable. That's my first point. Thank you.
Wow. Well, that's a bomb. That's a bomb.
Kaboom.
Thank you, Marvelous.
Okay.
We love that.
Okay. So, guys, school and scam, guys. How's it going? How market? Okay, huge point. Huge point, guys. Thank you so much, Marvelous, for dropping that huge bomb. And I'm gonna move over now to Victor again. I mean, Precious. Yeah, Victor already dropped a point. So, Precious, still give us your second point on why you think school is a scam. Like, school is not something that people should waste their time doing. So, Precious, over to you.
Thank you very much. School is scam. Oh yes, school is scam. Our curriculum are obsolete. Don't depend on them. Our library facilities are archaic. Don't rely on them. Our lecture halls are overcrowded. Don't be limited by them. You know, China discovered recently that school is scam, and they converted 600 universities in the country into skill centers. No wonder they are doing extraordinarily well. Nigeria is where we are. We are here where we are today in Nigeria because many parents have made education to be restricted to the four walls of the classroom, where the child is 100% programmed to learn, take tests, take exams, then get certificates. So funny, right? Now, what of critical thinking skills? Where do we get that from? Problem-solving skills, where do we get that from? Leadership skills, where do we get that from? And when the need for these skills arise, we are unable to give what we have because we don't even have it. Don't take my words. Take the words of Mr. Issa Patami, who is the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, who said that for Nigerian graduates, if you employ them, you will discover that they will not be able to do the work that you've employed them to do. Why? Because they are not equipped with necessary skills to be able to do that work. So it's not just about staying or sitting in the classroom to learn maths, chemistry, physics. I mean, the world is a global economy, and your competition is not the person next door. No, your competition is the person in China that is getting equipped with skills that are not within the four walls of the classrooms. So saying that school is scam is saying that school is not able to supply all that we need. I mean, everything that we need to be the best version of ourselves. For me, I learned graphic design during the COVID-19 lockdown. And then at some point, I had to just ask myself, okay, those times I was making money from graphic design, if I just depended on school, those period when there was lockdown, or talk about the ASU strike, where over 7 months, people were at home, not in school. So do you say that education will not keep going on at that period of time? Or do you say that their life should stop because school is not a scam? School is a scam because if they live by that, they just stay by that. You know, we're not in school, so let's just stay and let's just be. They won't be what they're supposed to be. So school is scam. School is scam, no doubt.
School is scam, school is scam, school is scam, no doubt. I see reactions from our viewers. Thank you, guys. I can see you, Winifred. Oh, Casey, you're very welcome, Your Highness, sir. Thank you for joining us live. Thank you, Jamie Mariko, for joining us. Thank you, Tochuku Asamoga. Thank you so much for joining us live. God bless you. Loads of love. So, school and scam. Okay, so thank you for your point, Precious. So now we're still going to move over to Gift to tell us, to counter what you're saying, Precious. Let's hear from Gift. Gift, are you there? Gift, are you there? Okay.
All right. I believe everyone can hear me, and apologies for our network.
Okay, go ahead.
I believe
Gift.
you can hear me now.
Yeah.
I think that most of our problems, most of the things that many of us are seeing today that school has scam it's like it goes all around governance of our country. Because Professor made mention of our schools being overcrowded, classrooms and all that. I want to make it very, very clear that a school, like I defined school when I started the other time. I don't know if you heard me. I said it's any institution at all. It is beyond the four walls of a classroom, which instructions are given on a particular discipline. So learning graphic design can be part of a learning process. And I believe she learned that through an organization or something. That process also is schooling process. That's what I want to point out. Um, School has come is a popular slogan, a very popular slogan said by youths that are set to be the leaders of tomorrow. The school has come, the slogan of youth. They think that they can make money through education. This slogan is basically for people that think that they feel that they can make money through education. If you want to make money, I believe you can go for business. And even those businesses, you still learn them. So it's still the act of schooling. School has come, but your dream now to buy Benz. Benz where, okay, let me just quit from the pidgin language, but Benz that people that learn and study for years made. School has come, but if you're sick, you decide to go to the hospital to get treated by doctors. Doctors that spend 40 years in schools. I don't understand. School has come, but we want to live in the biggest houses today that were drawn by the people that studied 5 years in school. Until we start to see the use of education, not minding the situation of our government, I believe that we should be more appreciated. The deficit we are seeing in our educational system today is just from our governance. So instead of attacking schools, school has come, attack the governance and not the process of learning. If you are attacking schooling, people, I think she made mention of people learning stuff without education. You learn stuff. I know they got knowledge, like what my first speaker said. They are given previous knowledge from what they were taught. You cannot just wake up, okay, your mother gave birth to you, you start knowing everything. There is a learning process, and that learning process, school, it is just beyond. That's what I'm trying to point out. So I believe that if our governance is changed, students or undergraduates will get more interest in schooling. Thank you.
Okay. If our governance is changed, students will be more interested. Okay. I see that Peter raised his hand. I think, Peter, you have a point. You want to say something? You might want to mute. Peter raised his hand. So over to you, Peter.
Thank you. I heard her say something about politicians wanting to get their degrees and all. Is because of they want to get these degrees so that they can come on live TV and read from a paper what somebody else has written for them that they didn't even write themselves. Policies, strategies they're talking about, they don't even know how they work. You're reading off a paper. Yes, you have the qualifications to know how to read, but you're reading something you don't even understand. Now you're talking about going to school. You spend millions. Your parents are working their ass off, sorry to use that language, to raise up money to send you to school so that you can come out from school to go and still learn something else to still put food on your table. You go to school, you spend times, midnight burning that candle because you're taking 14 courses a semester. And you go through all these hurdles to come out and not be able to get a job that can pay you. I'm seeing people that I schooled with, first class people working as security guards at the shopping mall, and you're telling that school is not a scam. I saw somebody I schooled with a few months back, smart guy, intelligent. How much is he earning? 15K a month. What is the minimum wage in Nigeria? It's very little, but someone is earning half of that. And that person's mom or dad spend so much to make sure that they give that child the best education. Now, you're telling me that, okay, talking about medicine, people are flying to India every day to treat themselves. Have you asked yourself why? And the type of medicine they are using. They are still using the same type of medicine they've been using for many years. They've only advanced it. They've only improved on it. We had that in Nigeria. We had all that, but they told us that they are bringing a better form of medicine, but they are still using our herbs, still using the same herb we were using to treat ourselves, but making it in a more modernized way. You get me? So you talk about all these things, you still see that We had a working system that didn't have anything to do with formal education. What we became was civilized. What we learned through education is civilization, a good way of talking. But if you want to boil down to the iniquity of making money, which is why we all live, to support ourselves and our families, you have to do that without education. Because, okay, tell me why a lady who is selling her pictures on OnlyFans and videos is making 150 million a month, going to Harvard to give them a speech on how to make money, and she doesn't even an SAT. You get me? Or Brittany, who is known for moving from men to men, who is making so much money, giving basketballers tips on how to be successful. You have to see from that point of view to know that, man, you have to buckle up and do the needful, which is not even in the 4 walls of school. It's about knowing how to make money, looking for that problem in your society and solving it. Then you make money. Thank you.
Thank you for that point. Before I move over to Precious, I want to give a big shout out to those watching on YouTube. I can see Fangle Hub, if I got that right. Fangle Hub. I can see Prince Dexter. Thank you for sticking on here. I can see more Elizabeth. Thank you for sticking on. I can see Desmond. Desmond, thank you for joining us. And Desmond dropped a comment. He said, school in Nigeria is a scam. So I think he was very specific that in Nigeria, school is scam, maybe not outside. That's his own point of view. And then Elizabeth is like, good points, marvelous. School is a stepping stone. Okay, thank you guys for the comments. I see that Fangle Hub was like, give us the link to the debate room, and I'm afraid we can't do that. We can't give you the link to the debate room at this point in time. Okay, so thank you so much for the comments. We are still viewing your comments. If you have a point you want to drop in the comment, still feel free to drop your point in the comment. So again, I apologize once again for the internet misdemeanor we had at the beginning of the show. It wasn't intentional. Okay, so thanks for your point, Peter. Again, I'm going over to Precious that wanted to also say something. I saw that she raised her hand. So Precious, shoot.
A recent research from National Bureau of Statistics revealed that 13.9 million of Nigerian youth are currently unemployed, and about 2.9 million of these unemployed youth are graduates. Graduates that have their certificates, graduates that served Nigerians, that went through the school system, and those that are saying school is not a scam, and now they're on the streets looking for how to feed, because school is not a scam. Okay, if school is not a scam, why do we have those youth roaming about the streets? If school is not a scam, why do we have graduates who cannot properly present a 5-minute speech or even pitch their business? If school is not a scam, why do we have graduates who cannot defend their certificates in practicality? Now, I heard Gift talked about school is beyond the 4 walls of the classroom. See, in the Nigerian context, a school is an institution that has classrooms, and it's limited to that 4 walls of the classroom. That's the truth. That is what school is. But when you say education, you can say education is beyond the 4 walls of the classroom. So in this context, we're talking about school. School is scam because it's not giving and preparing Nigerian students for all that they need to be what they are supposed to be. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your point. I'm gonna hand over to my co-panelists. I want to hear Innocentia, what do you think so far? And because here I'm very neutral, because this point today, school no scam, want to make sure that we really help every one of you. Just before I let Gift make her point, Innocentia has something to say.
Okay, I do have a question for Team School na Scam. I don't know if I'm to let Gift finish up with what she has to say before I ask.
Okay, let's let Gift. Yeah, Gift, go ahead. Then you can shoot your question. Yeah.
All right, thank you. I just used first to make her point. She pointing out that school is just around the 4 walls of the classroom. And she said in Nigeria, because I don't know, I'm looking at the topic again and again. The topic is not giving us, it's not telling us that school has come only in Nigeria. They're looking at the topic generally. Generally, if we all listen, if we listen to everyone speak, we see that everyone's problem is around Nigeria. Everything we are talking about is only in the country. I don't know if they can even give, if they can give us a very concrete point outside Nigeria, I can see reasons with them. But for now, school is not a scam. Cannot tell me school is a scam. It's only here in Nigeria I hear that slogan. And it is even said by those people that I say I am a leader, I'm going to be a leader tomorrow. The context of this topic is generalized. So I still stand my fact saying that school is not a scam. Because if you look outside, okay, why do most of our graduates go out of the country to work? We find out that most of our doctors, our medical doctors today, they don't even work in the country. They work outside because they are seeing a greater opportunity there. And you see that those people outside appreciate us more. So what is in bringing up this phrase scam is basically basically the government. If the government tends to improve on their activities, on the educational sector and all that, we see that, we see that education system or the schooling system has a very, very good impact on society at large. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I see that Peter and Victor, they're raising their hands. This is becoming fun, guys. And this is what we wanted. This is it. This is it. Back to back. So before that, I will let Innocentia shoot her question across to the team, School and a Scam. And then I can still let you guys, Peter and Victor, drop their point. I also see Marvelous is raising her hand. We'll still get to that. So over to you, Innocentia. Shoot forth your question and then we can dive in. I can see that David is following. He typed his following. David, welcome to the show. This is awesome. Okay, so tell us, Innocentia, what's your question? You still there?
I'm here. I really love the point. Right. It's becoming, very interesting. I'm enjoying myself. Yeah. Okay. Team School na Scam. I really do have a question because I found out that most of the points here are stating on the fact that school amounts, especially here in Nigeria, schooling amounts to nothing. So I just have one question. Should we scrape school entirely? Let me rephrase the question. Since school is scam and it amounts to nothing, and since just as Obina said something, Obina said that the curriculum and the knowledge that the school have is outdated and all that, and there are lots of powerful points. So should we scrape school entirely? Like, is this something, since it's scam, are we to stop going to school? And what is the alternative? What do you think we should do since school is scam? That's my question.
Sorry, I don't know if I could come up.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
All right. I'll answer a direct question to the panelists. Yeah. You said most of the points that have been raised, it's around Nigeria and the topic. It's supposed to be a global topic, not just Nigeria. Okay, let me come from this side. You said it's Nigeria, but okay.
Not just Nigeria, globally.
Yeah. Like I said, I want to make it global now. Someone was saying that I can't remember who, but someone said something about that we saying that school na scam. We're going to bring it up that we have Mark Zuckerberg, we have some big names that didn't go to school, but they had to go to school to get what they wanted. That's maybe just a dropout or something. Why is it like that? Mainly, if you get to sit with most of these people, you get to understand that it's not like they actually did not want to go to school, but they were not getting what they wanted. I will drop some points. One of which, personally, I am actually not. I don't really like about it is the flexibility. You go to school and it's as if there is no there, even those schooling in the US, schooling in the UK, it's always like that. This is not a Nigerian problem. It's always like that. The
Okay.
flexibility which you have in in trying to do something on your own is not the same you have in school. It's already been programmed that as a, let's just say, as how would I call it, a year one student or a fresher, that you should, okay, you have come to school, you're supposed to make good grades. It's even from home, your parents have started ringing that. So in your mind, it's, I don't know, let me say in your subconscious, it's already in your mind that, yeah, this is how I'm supposed to do it. The lecturers, the professors that you get to meet, they make you feel that way. And at the end of the day, what you come out as someone that is ready for work. You're not ready to bring, mostly, you don't get to see a first class being the creative one. It doesn't happen. You can go and make your research. It doesn't happen. Most times it happens that is that one that is not serious, or is that one that the maybe, at least most times they say the person they make jest of. They are mostly the ones that come out as the creative ones. Why? Because school is kind of very, very rigid, very, very rigid. This is not Nigeria. This is everywhere. It's everywhere. It's the same like that. It's very, very rigid. You don't have your time, and if you finish school this way, the way you get, the way it has they programmed it as a human being, the way they have programmed school to you. As you're coming out of school, your plan is okay. Let me get a job, and like that's how will I put it? I don't know how. Let's say I'll call it that's hard labor. It's already been in you, so you try to keep up that momentum till you're able to maybe get yourself free from it. So I don't think it applies only in Nigeria. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. The flexibility is not there. That
So
is just one of the problems.
should we go ahead and scrap it now?
No, you
Before
don't
you go
have to
ahead,
scrap it. You don't have to
okay.
scrap it. What I'm trying to say, the flexibility in school, it's not there. The flexibility is not there in school. So I think that is one of the main reason that gets people feel, why do I have to waste my time here? Instead of getting my this same time, I can use it to do something else and probably make a living out of it. So that's what I have
Hmm.
to say for that. I still have
I
other points, but let's let someone else come in.
Yeah, thank you. I see our viewers, they're still on here. They're loving it. I can see Choma is like, I'm enjoying this debate, really learning a lot. You guys are all doing well. And she still said, good question, Innocentia. And we have Patience Bakere. I don't mean to murder your name if I did. And she said, please, school in Nigeria should be scrapped. Okay, scraped. There are other ways to get knowledge, and I would love you to share with us other ways that we can get knowledge. Patience, I'd love you to share that with us, other ways to get knowledge. So let's move over to I don't know who raised his or her hand first. So
Precious. Right?
okay, Precious did. All right, Precious, shoot.
Okay. Precious, tell us, should we
Okay,
scrap
thank
it?
you very much.
What's the solution? Oh, you're welcome.
If you scrap school, you're telling me to end my education now, not become a medical doctor. No, it's not going to work.
So what's the
Okay,
solution
we
to
shouldn't
school
scrap
now?
school entirely because
Okay.
school is a scam. It's only bringing out the limitations of school. Not saying that school does not have its own advantages, but we can't depend on school alone to be successful and purposeful in life. So I would rather say we should explore beyond the four walls of the classroom. Everyone should explore their passion, work on their talents, refine their gifts, take relevant courses like financial intelligence. No one will tell you how to make money in school, how to manage money, how to multiply money. So we have to explore other areas of life, creativity skills, critical thinking skills, communication skills, relationship skills. Because if you rely on school alone, you'll be scammed. Yeah, that's it. Because school will just give us this theoretical part of life, theories, learn this, cram this, write this, it does not bring out the best in us. So we should explore beyond the walls of the classroom. But we should still learn. We should still learn, but school is really a scam though. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Now,
Okay.
before I let someone else make a point, here's the thing. I'm just gonna be super real, guys. I'm gonna be super real here. Now, anything that is a scam in any place in the world, what do you do to that thing? You end it. Is that right? Am I
That
saying
is
the
it.
truth? You end it, right?
That's the truth. End
So
it.
far, I'm seeing that these guys are telling me that no, don't end it. But you said it's
School
scam.
is scam.
But let me still let you make your points for that. So I see that Obina is raising his hand. I'm still gonna come to
Naji.
you. Yeah, I'm still gonna come to you, Marvelous Naji. Okay? Yeah, Obina, shoot. You're muted. In case you don't know.
Obina, are you there?
Okay, yeah. Um, I want to take off from where I think is it Victor Basis, stopped from. When he was saying something, there's a question that was raised, and that is if we should scrap school. And I am not in support for we to say no more schooling. I think the reasons why we are talking about school is scam is to expose the limitations of our school. And now I am not in the other part of the world, so I'm using Nigeria as a case study. And my views, my points, is because of my geographical location. So, when he was saying something that school is not flexible, it's a very rigid point. Because if you see anybody who's enjoying any level of freedom today, it's because the person has discovered himself. And there is no course or subject that is known as self-discovery in any of our institutions. People are not taught to learn things that will bring out the best in them. And I want to tell you something that I have come to realize, that there are 5 levels of financial satisfaction. And this it can be if you depend only on schooling. That is, you want to graduate, get a good job, work for the government or any organization. You realize that you only enjoy financial security. And out of these 5 levels of financial satisfaction we can get, financial security is the least on the rung of ladder. I know what it is. There's a negative side to financial security. One thing about financial security is that it gives people the hope that no matter what, they'll be receiving a specific amount of money every month. And because of that, there is this system the government have created that you have access to loans. And when you have access to loans, most people are not taught financial management. They are not financially intelligent. So people, PhD holders, doctorate degree holders, pick up loans to buy cars, pick up loans to look large. And these guys are, when you see them, you say, oh, these people are big. The truth of the matter is that they look big, but they are not big, because they are enjoying the present by spending from the future. So now you see these people, they've created a season of scarcity in the future. Now they only enjoy
momentarily. They enjoy the present. And most times I approach these people for assistance, or sometimes you tell them, please, can you do this, can you do that? You realize that these people can only provide for themselves and their family, because they'll come to a point in their life that the money they've enjoyed in the past, they'll start paying for it in the future, because they lack how to handle money, then they lack how to service loans. So all these things are problems, even worldwide. Now the government is doing this because they want to keep us in a circle. Because I learned that it's a vicious circle of poverty, where the government say, okay, we are hiring you for a lifetime, and you just work for us. If you want to do anything, your salary cannot do it. You need to come back to us and borrow money. And you borrow money from the government, and you use your time to spend to pay the government back. Can you just realize that most times, most people get their biggest break when they are very old, because they serve the government and now they are retired. They receive pension, they receive all of that. But you can create a plan for yourself as a young person. You retire early and enjoy your life. But you see, if you depend on financial security, you will never amount to anything in life. That is the truth. And other levels, I am telling the truth, the other levels, you cannot attain them with only academic knowledge alone, or with only your education. There are 5 of them: financial security, financial vitality, financial independence, financial freedom, and absolute financial freedom. The only thing school gives us is only financial security. And that is, they prepare us to be financially secure by people working for the government. So these are the limitations. It's nationwide. You go abroad, you see they have credit cards. People go to school on loans. People buy cars on loans. It's not supposed to be so. You live your lifetime full of debt. So those are the points I'm making. Thank you very much.
So should we scrape school or not? Obina, should we?
Yeah, we can, if the government can look into our cry. This is an outcry. We are crying out our mind, saying these things are not going well. If we continue this way, it won't work. The only thing is that school can go on, because I can't say let's scrap education now and it will be scrapped. It's not possible. Definitely we'll be going to school. But the point is that we will not place importance in the schooling system as we used to, because we came into this world with the understanding that when we go to school, we will get all we need to live a successful life, which is not true. So the more we begin to realize this on a consistent basis, you'll see that even the young ones you are raising will blatantly refuse to go to school. And there's nothing you can do about that. Because in 5-10 years to come, when they discover themselves, they'll come back to prove you wrong. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I will move it over to Marvelous. So Marvelous, you can go ahead to shoot. Marvelous, if you're there, you can unmute your microphone and for your point. So while you're getting ready, I can see that Rebecca watching on YouTube said that I think the reasons why you people are saying school not scam is because we believe making money alone is success in life. So that's what Rebecca is saying, that, you know, many people say school not scam because they feel success means making money. And then we see Ifani joined us, and he's saying going to school is not enough. So thank you guys. These are viewers from YouTube, and we can see the Prince Superb joining us from Facebook. We can see GMJ Flex joining us on Facebook, Samuel Obasi joining us on Facebook as well, and David Wafor. So thank you guys for, you know, still being on here. This is very important, and we are not in a hurry to just conclude. We want to bring out points so that we can help you choose if school is scam or if it's not, and the balance that you need to strike. That's why we are still here discussing if school is scam or not. Yeah, Innocentia, you have something to say?
Can you hear me?
Okay, go ahead then.
Okay. So within the course of this debate, I heard my opponent talk about how youth come out and roam around the streets, even with certificates from school. But then I ask, even with those certificates, how many of them are employable? Most of them are not employable because they go through this school with a mediocre mindset. They have it at the back of their mind that many successful people didn't go to school, so they don't even strive in school. You see them coming out of school with low GPAs and expecting to attain the height that someone who has worked hard has attained. So one thing our youths need to know is that life plays out differently for everyone. School is not a scam. If you think school is a scam, I want you to just imagine now if there were no doctors, how your loved ones who are sick would probably not recover. Imagine if some people did not learn how to fly planes, sail ships, or fix and build these things. The means to travel to countries and places, even for hustling purposes, would have been tedious and almost impossible. I also want you to imagine what would have happened if there were no lawyers to give legal backing and counseling in times of trouble. I want you to also imagine if someone who didn't study architectural engineering was to plan and design a house to be built for you. I'm sure you wouldn't want to live under the roof of that house. You see that we need school to train these people. I mean, you can't just read your way into these fields, right? You must be taught in the right environment by the right professors and with other learners. This is an undeniable reason that school is a critical institution for our society to thrive. Imagine if Professor Wole Soyinka, an icon in literature, Chinua Achebe, a renowned writer, and many other successful Nigerians who has made it with their various knowledge and skills which they acquired in the process of formal education had been subjected to such odd mental sentiments that school is scam, then everyone would be living in darkness and there would definitely be no one to call a role model or a mentor. Because education is light and knowledge is power. There is no scam in education. I will say this over and over again, and there will never be. One thing young individuals of today need to know is that school is meant to lead you to the threshold of fulfilling your potentials. School is not meant to directly solve all your life challenges or take away all your financial afflictions. Rather, school is a custodian of knowledge that exposes you to the right paths and to information beyond what you already know. It would be a waste of time to think that your certificate suddenly translates to financial success, which is the problem most youths of nowadays face. What will make you wealthy if you want to be wealthy is you using the knowledge acquired in school to solve a problem and make money from the venture. Life doesn't play out the same way for everyone. But this advice is actually for those who decide to take the bulls by the horn and live life for themselves. The rest, however, wanting to get rich, keep waiting for manna to fall from heaven. Eventually, it doesn't happen. And when the standards of living drop, we hear them say, school na scam. For this set of people, I guess, school is the biggest scam in the history of the world. But when you are up and doing, when you take life as it comes, go to school, study, and get that job, you would see that, just like I said, life doesn't play out for everyone. And when you acquire that job, you would be the one to testify that school is not a scam and can never be a scam. I am the one working in so place because I've been built and I've been taken away from that mediocre mindset. So please, ladies and gentlemen, school is not a scam and school can never be a scam.
Okay, thank you very much. I see Elizabeth is saying that them speaking good English now as a result of the school knowledge. School has its own advantage though. Anyway, she meant, you guys are speaking English. I think maybe we learned the English in school, which is some other person's language. And I think a lot of you have learned other languages without even having to go to school, right? I guess so, okay? And Rebecca is saying, if English is English, and you are saying we shouldn't scrape school, scrap school, beg your pardon, scrap school, then you can't say school is a scam. Rather, give it another name, because anything scam should be scraped away right? Okay, and Rebecca still said, I think we can only say school is not enough for us as an individual, but that it is a scam. She's saying, I'm sorry, it's not. So thank you for your own points over there. And I see those people still watching on YouTube, Facebook. Welcome, welcome. I see Peter dropping his own point saying that there is no scam in school, but the public university system of Nigerian universities make it look that way. Okay, thank you for your points. Please keep it coming. Thank you very much. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. Patricia. Yeah, patience. Thank you. Okay, so moving forward, I see that Gifts also raised a hand to make a point. Then I'll come over to Peter and then Victor, and then we'll begin to wrap it up for today. Okay, so go over to you, Gift. Over to you, Gift.
All right. To my good colleagues, do you know that nursery, primary, and secondary school are part of schooling? Why is it that no one said school na scam during that period when we are going through nursery, primary, and secondary schools? You see that coming up as a youth, going to the university, you see that our quest for money rises. That I thank Rebecca for making that point, saying that most of the youth today they make it known that making money is success. But I am saying a very big no to that, because school is not just all about making money. Now I leave you guys with this question: if our dear country Nigeria now embraces the system of those in the US, saying that okay, students can now go to school and work as well, will school still be a scam? I'll leave that for you to answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Gift. Thank you. Yeah, Peter, over to you.
Okay. What I have picked from Marvelous and Gift is that they are still talking what we are saying, but they don't want to admit it. They are always coming from the angle that you go to school, then you come out, then you work hard to get what you want. Then you can actually get that informal education, work hard, and get what you want. That's where I'm coming from. That means, okay, let's talk about, you say we should go global. A lot of the people in the West use passion and enthusiasm to find their dream and their purpose. With that, they now pursue success. In turn, they now make money. You can see someone just wake up one day and say, I want to travel the world and document it. Then he carries his camera, or he said, I want to walk the world with my foot and video it. Let me experience life. Let me go to Brazil. Let me go to Australia. Let me go to Canada. Let me go to Alaska. And they video it. And they put it online, and people are watching it. Before you know it, CNN and BBC has picked them up. Then they are paying them to show the documentary for 45 minutes, and you're watching it, you're enjoying it. What you're actually enjoying is somebody else's passion, somebody else's vision, somebody else's enthusiasm, somebody else's journey in life. Now, you said something that I like. The life doesn't play out the same way for everybody. That is where we are coming from. A lot of people have discovered that university education won't work out for them. So they are pursuing their dreams instead. You get me? So I will also ask that question, should it be scrapped? No. I was watching a documentary about a newly established school in the West, whereby they allow children to come in to school and go when they want to. They allow them to pick the topic they want to learn that day, or the subject they want to learn that day, and they are allowed to learn it. They discovered that after a certain amount of months, these children had already chose what they want to do. You could see people that were always going to the computer and trying out coding and software programming. They could see the people that were trying out cooking and the people were picking out their different choices based off what they enjoyed. And they discovered that those children were excelling because they had discovered they had passion and love for it. Now, imagine that you try to get into school and you're still trying to figure out life, what you want to do in life. Then you go into school, you get an admission, you do what Marvelous said, you work very hard, you come out with that good grade, then you now discover that I don't like what I'm doing. I'm not passionate about this. Then you now have to go back again to the drawing board to find that passion, what gives you joy. And you can now see that, yes, you're right, that we're not coming from the perspective of financial freedom and success and all that. You're actually looking for fulfillment. And fulfillment comes from doing something that you love that is also giving you financial freedom. So how do you do that? You find what you love, and what you love may or may not be in the classroom, but a lot of time it's not in the classroom. And I will say that you're talking about being a medicine and all that. I can tell you that before they were medical doctors, people were still treated. You can go and do your research. It might not be the formal way of doing it, but yes, people were still treating sicknesses. And those methods are still applied to you now, but they may not be as it was before. They've been modernized, they've been improved on. Still, things will still move on if formal education didn't exist. But I will say this, the problem is, don't scrap it. Scam or no scam, what people in the US do is if they find somebody who is good at scamming, they actually employ that person and understand how that person operates to catch other scammers. Now, what you do is you find the root of the problem and you fix it. We've said a lot of things here, and if the school education can implement those things that we have said or use those problems that we have stated to create solutions, maybe we don't have a problem with education and schooling. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, Victor, you want to make point, then I'll move over to Precious and we can wrap it up, guys. So, Victor? Victor, you're muted? Okay. While Victor is getting ready, Elizabeth said school exposes us to the right path. And that's a good point from Marvelous. And she said for her, school is not completely a scam, but partially a scam. But there's still a bit of scam in it, right? Okay, thank you, Elizabeth, for your points there. Okay, so Victor, are you ready? I think you are. Your mic is muted in case you don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't even know I was muted till I had to increase my volume to hear what you're saying. Okay. I'll just drop some of the points from all I've had. Okay. We say, although if like the points that the school is not scam, the school is scam, and then the points are really swavy. Let me just use that word. Yeah. Okay. Education is actually not what we're talking about. We're talking about school. Education is it can be is it I think sometime last 2 years some white men we are studying the I think that's ABBA, yeah, the apprenticeship, the Igbo culture practice, the apprenticeship process, or I don't know how it's called, but I just know the apprenticeship. This form of this is education. It's in this modern age that you see some wealthy businessmen in the East try to, okay, let me send one of my sons to school so he understands the civil way of doing things. Let me put school in this. Schooling, it's kind of an ecosystem that doesn't exist in real life. That's just how I defined it. It doesn't exist. If you try to put it, okay, let's say you said if you don't go to school, how do we start from the doctors, you talk about the pilots, we talk about Benz, saying that those that worked on the Benz are graduates from schools. I know a bit of some of these. And I'll say this, as a graduate from school, either as a medical practitioner, why do you do your 5 years? They say you should go to the hospital and learn. You still have to do, okay, let's say that 7 years or 8 years, which you had to compile 5 years of theory, then you now start doing the practical. Let's say you started at your first year of your 7th year. You started at that first year to do that stuff. You are not doing it as I want to go to school. You're just doing it as, okay, I'm learning this stuff. By your 7th year, if you want to get a professorship, it's a possibility. But because of this rigorous process which you've gone through, uh, first year, maybe you have to do everything anybody is doing in school, and it doesn't make sense to some set of people. To some other set, it makes a lot of sense because you already know, maybe from home, your senior brother or your senior sister have already told you, man, year one in school is very tough. So you just adjust your mind. We are human beings. We know we have that ability to adjust very fast. So your mind will adjust to that. Okay, I'm expecting to do about 14 to 16 subjects, so courses. So you take it very very well. At your second year, your third year, you're still doing almost the same thing, but although they just keep adding one or two differences till you get to your fifth year. I'm talking about the medical students and stuff which we talked about. Some of our contest, is it our panelists or what's talked about? Okay, then at your 7th year, then that is where you're now free. And even as you are free, you still see yourself as a learner. That is just the truth. I've gone to the hospital where a doctor, I think, yeah, a final year doctor, yeah, was trying to get, what's it called? He's trying to get, I went for blood transfusion. So I don't know how they call it, the like director or something, medical director, they said he should do it. I was like, I thought he was dressed and looked like he was just like, I never knew he wasn't he's still learning. So he was dressed, and the man was like, I should that he's going to do it. This is a final year, so like let's just say in some months' time, he's out. Like he's out to become a full-time medical doctor. He can't really do some of the little processes which, if you go to how will I call it? Clinic on the roadside, some of these nurses can take that process as in, because those ones they might not even write anything. They follow their I don't know how it's called, the person that is teaching them, and they know how to do some of these processes. But because you are now tied to this way, that is the school way, you have to follow this process little by little by little by little. Then at the end of the day, uh, sometimes you get tired of it, and that is why some people just get let me get something else. Tired with our country, Nigeria, the strike and some other things can also get some people out of the way. So this is one of it. As I said before, school on its own is an ecosystem that doesn't exist in real life. Like a lot of things, let's just say from around 80 to 90% of what we learned in school, we don't use it in real life. We don't use it. So I think Peter was the one saying something. Why use this time that you used to? Okay, let me go to school and do this. Why don't you use it and focus on this particular thing? Why don't you use it and focus on this? You like there's someone that does what's it called? Is it horticulture? Yeah, flowers. This person like doing flowers, but because he wants to go to school now and say, I'm now a graduate, I have I don't know if it's BSc, it's also called, in horticulture. So you have to follow that process. At the end of the day, you will now come out you now start following one of these roadside horticulturists. Let me understand how this thing is being done. Why don't you just skip that process of going to take that maybe 4 years or 5 years? Why don't you just use that time and okay, follow this person? It's still education. You still get to learn it. Probably you might not end up speaking good English, yes, but if it's your language, that's good.
Okay, it's awesome. This
It's
is
still a
awesome.
way
Thank
of
you,
it.
thank
Yeah,
you.
it's education.
Yeah, Victor. Thank you
So
so
that's
much.
just all I. Yeah.
All right, thank you for your points there. Thank you so much. I can see Promise joining us and Joy Awoke. Thank you for joining on Facebook, and we have some more comments on YouTube from Rebecca and Elizabeth. Rebecca is like, please, I want to ask those of you that have been mentioning learning graphics and programming to make money. Can someone that cannot read or write learn those skills? Oopsie daisy, that question is for you guys. So the other comments we have is from Elizabeth. She said, Rebecca, you're right. In one of the other school, okay, one of the other school has actually added value to us all in one way or the other. Beg your pardon. School has added value to us all, no matter the angle we want to see it. I wish Nigeria's school system should be upgraded to something much better. And we have another comment from Elizabeth. This debate should be aired on TV, radio stations, and other platforms so that it can get to our government. They really need to listen to this. Honestly, it's a good debate. Good debate. And we also have a comment from Prince Dexter. He said, go to school in Nigeria, come back to the streets to learn the real skills for success. Okay, thank you for your points. And now we're going to take Precious. And sincerely, this is a point that we can talk for hours upon hours, but for the sake of our audience, we want to still keep it. So we are still going to keep it real short, about 2 hours. That's what we're targeting. So we're going to have a 2.0 of this same discussion. We'll still have the same speakers and even more speakers to talk about this, and we believe by the grace of God there won't be internet glitches. So Precious, you want to make a point? Let's have that point made and then let's move forward.
Okay, like Rebecca and Gift rightly said, success is not just about making money. For me, success is about unleashing one's potential and fulfilling purpose. But I would ask again, where in the curriculum of our school have we taught how to unleash our potentials and actually fulfill purpose? I'll leave you to answer that. Now, the understanding that School na Scam made great intellectuals to create platforms like Coursera, Jobberman, LinkedIn, Allison Courses, Skillshare, to mention a few, because of the limitations of school. Now, does school teach you goal setting, time management, personal discovery, personal development? No, school does not. School teaches us to search for jobs, while education teaches us to create job opportunities. And this is clearly displayed in people like Mark Zuckerberg, Aliko Dangote, to mention a few. To end with, our dear host, Joseph Paul Smile, is a video marketer and speaks a lot about self-discovery, self-development, camera presentation, and I've not heard him at a point mention what he studied in school and how he's using it. So I don't know. School is calm, but school should not be scrapped because we still get one thing or the other. Thank you.
Innocentia, I just got bribed, I just got bribed. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you for your point. Thank you for your point. And guys, I really believe we enjoyed this. Before I wrap it up completely, Innocentia has a few things to say based on all the points that have been made, and then I can wrap it up with a very, very basic conclusion, and then we look forward to the 2.0 of this same show. So over to you, Innocentia.
Okay, thank you. What I have to say from the conclusion of all the points that have been made from Team School na Scam and Team School is not a scam. What I have to say, I think we have to come to a point of balance. I don't believe that school is entirely scam. Yeah, I don't believe that school is entirely scam. School exposes you to some certain extent. It gives you the exposure you need to gain more information. So the solution here should be go to school, but then do not limit yourself to the four walls of school. Make research, make inquiries. There's this popular saying, when I was going to school, my mom said, um, pass through school and let school pass through you. Don't just go to school. Make sure you explore, you gain as many skills you can. You make explore, gain more information. If you know whatever you want to do while you are studying, make sure you are also getting the practical skill of whatever it is you want to do. And another thing is balance. Like I said earlier, balance is really needed. You can't scrape school. Because school, the fundamental basis of what how to read and write, it was school that taught you how to read and write. So you can't scrape school. We need it, but we need balance, to, if you want to go further, in your career, in life, in whatever you want to do, then you have to go beyond the four walls of school, just like our speakers have said. Gain skills, make research, and that is it. So I believe balance is the solution to everything, create a healthy balance.
Okay.
So school
Thank
is
you
not
so
entirely a scam. Yeah.
School is not entirely a scam. Thank you for your big point there. Okay, so just for me to, drop this point of mine, school is a scam and school is not a scam. So what we're trying to do here, guys, is to help you strike a balance. Now, school has really made a lot of people not to understand who they are meant to be, and that not going to school has also limited people from being able to access or have the portal to get into what they want. So all of our debaters have been amazing so far, and this is okay. I see Prince Dexter is saying powerful lines from Precious, and he added some fire and okay emoji. And then we have Dr. Nashri Temeebi Isholua. I'm sure I got that right. He said, well done, Sister Precious. Okay, everybody's giving a shout out to Precious. Okay, fine. Okay, so Precious also bribed me, at the end. So I think I was successfully bribed, Okay, Elizabeth is dropping her own point. She said, exactly, Innocentia, we need a balance. Pass through school and allow school pass through you. So that's from Elizabeth. Okay, so for me, school is actually not a scam, and school is a scam. But it depends on how you are viewing it. So you, the person going to the school, the way you are taking school is what's going to make it to be a scam or not to be a scam. If you're going to school to depend solely on school to give to you, give you knowledge, give you power, give you wisdom, give you understanding, school will never do all of that. School is just a part. And I love that. I think that was Peter and Victor mentioning the word education. So education is, is a Latin word from educo. Educo means you are training yourself. As education. It doesn't realistically mean someone is teaching you. So the thing you learn by yourself, if you listen to one of my favorite writers, Napoleon Hill, he would tell you about education, okay, self-discipline, and from his 17 laws of success. So please do not see that school is a scam. If you notice, we couldn't have these people tell you to remove school, like just end school in Nigeria, end school in the world. They were not saying that, because school gives you a basic foundation, gives you a basic foundation of all you need to know in life. And then you depending on school completely is going to ruin your life. So while you're going to school, just like Precious bribed me successfully, while you're going to school, still look around. What is my purpose? Now, this all goes into you fulfilling your purpose. So if you're going to be like, yeah, I'm an engineer, yeah, I'm a doctor, yeah, I'm a writer, I'm a dad, you just want to brag, and all of the braggadocious mindset has made people to go for what's never their purpose. And if you come into Smari Talks, we want people to discover themselves and grow. And we are not telling you that you shouldn't go to school, or we are not telling you that you should depend solely on school. We're telling you that you should depend on school for a specific sort of power. Then you also not depend on school for another sort of power, which is now discipline. The Bible said, study to show yourself approved, qualified, a workman, woman, boy or girl, that needs not to be ashamed, but rightly dividing the word of truth. The Bible is telling you to study. Now, school, puts in you that ability to be disciplined. A lot of people are not disciplined, but school actually brings out the spirit of discipline in them, and they go through. If you read through the scriptures, you hear that Paul was a lawyer, right? So there was a schooling that happened, and he actually wrote most of the scriptures. He wrote most of them, right? So this is what schooling will help you to do. So you cannot be heuristic in some basic things. Heuristic is just self-learning. You cannot be heuristic in a lot of things. You need somebody to still guide you. But school here, being specific on school and not education, is going to help you to be disciplined, to understand how to follow principles and rules and be subjected to things, which if you are not operating in a higher frequency, you get used to the school life and not be a principled person that is able to come out of school life when you're done with school things in order for you to get into the real world. You get it? So that's why most of those that are saying that school is not a scam are like, yeah, you have to go through the thick and thin, and then you come out, you find your life. And then Peter was like, what are you saying? It's the same thing. Yes, it sounds that way because you need to actually find a balance. Don't depend on school and don't ignore school. So that's how I'm going to wrap it up for today. We're still going to come back for you guys with 2.0 of this, and by God's grace, we believe we're not going to have any internet glitches. So thank you all of the debaters. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Obina. Thank you, Marvelous. Thank you, Gifts. Thank you, Precious. Thank you, my co-panelists, beautiful co-panelists. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and thank you to myself as well, right? Okay, so before we go and say goodbye, I love Peter, I love Victor, I love Obina, I love Marvelous, Precious, and Enoch, Gifts, and then my co-panelists, and then me, to just say one last thing, not against or for school and scam, but what's your advice to young people out there? One last thing you got to tell them before you go. So I'm starting with Peter. Tell us something amazing you want these people to know before you leave this room. Okay, Peter.
Okay. First of all, I like to say this is a debate, and I had to pick a side and defend my side. So generally, my idea is not that school is a scam, and getting me. So I believe that everybody should love what they do and enjoy it. And if you can find your passion and monetize it, please do. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Okay, Victor, come on.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure. I don't really know what to say here, but I'll just say, everyone, every young person, I'll just say, follow your heart. Follow your heart, because it won't lie to you. You just follow your heart. Thank you.
I know my heart pumps blood, but I don't know. Should I follow my heart and my blood? I'm just kidding. Follow your heart, guys. All right. Obina, what do you have to tell us? Like final words. Obina, are you there? You're muted. In case you don't know, you gotta unmute your microphone. Okay, I'll move over to Marvelous. Marvelous, you're gonna mute and just give us your last words, and then we can call it a day.
Okay, just like everyone has been saying, I think the youth should actually find what works for them. If school works for you and you want to be dedicated to it, then good and fine. If maybe business or other job or occupation works for you, still take it up. At the end, finding fulfillment in what you do is actually what matters. Thank you.
Thank you, Marvelous. Thank you, Precious.
Hello? Can
Tell
you hear me?
us. Okay, we can hear you now, Obina. Okay, go ahead and shoot.
Okay. Like Precious did say, I don't know if I'm correct, but um, the key word in everything we've said is that we should strike a balance. Now you're in school, it's okay to be in school, but do something extra. Yes, do something extra. Look for extracurricular activities that are helpful, that can boost your worth as a person, that can make you better. That's just the only way to have an edge over others. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Obina. We appreciate that. Okay, Precious, I think you're warmed up right now. Precious?
Okay, I'll just say thank you to everybody firstly, and then I'll say search for your passion even while in school.
Mm.
Refine your gifts and talents even while in school. I mean, go for your purpose, the main reason of your being here on earth. Develop yourself to be the best version of yourself. Yeah. And you'll be fine. Also study and learn in school, please. Be a graduate. Thank you.
Thank you, Precious. Okay, Gift, come on. Give us your last words, Gift.
The problem and schooling, nothing, nobody should bring down your mindset in school because it's not a scam.
Okay, I didn't really get Gift's point. There was a humming sound from that, but it's fine. Okay, notwithstanding, I heard not.
You can hear me now.
Okay, go ahead.
To all our viewers out there, to all our viewers, I said, notwithstanding all the problems surrounding school and schooling, nothing and nobody should bring down your mindset about school because school is a scam.
Okay, nothing should bring down your mindset about school because school is not a scam. Thank you so much for that point, Gift. God bless you. So, Innocentia, what do you have to finally tell everybody here before we go?
Okay. What I have to say is, if you have the opportunity to go to school, please go to school. Yes. If you've got your opportunity to go to school, please go to school, and at the same time learn skills, develop yourself, study outside the four walls of university. Life itself is all about studying. You never stop studying, whether going to school or not. But going to the four walls of a school, it has its own benefits. So when you have the opportunity, or if you have the opportunity, please go to school. It's important.
Okay, thank you for that. If you have the opportunity, please go to school. Don't be like, Innocentia told me not to go to school. And today, look at me. Yeah, she said if you have the opportunity, make sure to go to school. So thank you, everybody. What I gotta tell you is that whatever you find joy doing, joy, not happiness. Whatever you find joy doing, it's divine. Focus and do it. We have a lot of people that didn't finish school and they're amazing today. We have a lot of people that finished school and they're also amazing. So find where you fit, okay? Find where you fit in. Peter was a fisherman. Paul was not a fisherman, right? We still have the book of First Peter and Second Peter, right? So just find where you are and find your purpose, okay? And you think you're finding it hard to really know where you match, no problem. Feel free to book a call with us as Smart Roots Folks. We are willing to support you, to help you to discover yourself and to grow. So thank you. It's been amazing having every one of you on here. Thank you, all the debaters.